Hello, welcome to my next class, lecture number 5 on basic principles in chemistry and stoichiometry 1 from Race Academy, Bangalore. So, I'm going to start the class with what is molar mass of a gas. Molar mass of a gas is defined as the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas under given temperature and pressure. At STP conditions, 1 atmosphere and 273 Kelvin, the molar mass of volume of a gas is equals to 22.4 liters or 22,400 cc. Calculate the volume. If anything asked, then you can use this formula, relation between volume of the gas and number of moles. Number of moles will become equals to volume of the gas given in the problem divided by 22,400 when they are given in cc or ml. If they are given the volume of the gas at STP is around in liters, then it will be volume of the gas by 22.4 liters. We are right. Moving on to the next one, if the volume of the gas is given at a different temperature and pressure, then the volume of the gas is reduced to STP conditions by using which formula? We'll use this formula, that is P naught V naught by T naught is equal to PV by T. Whereas 1 atmosphere is the pressure and volume, if you don't know, then you can write V naught and T naught is 273 Kelvin and PV by T, experimental conditions. V naught will become equals to PV into 273 by T into 1. So this formula we can use whenever it is required to find the number of moles, volume and all these things. Okay, let us move to the next one. Calculate the volume of 2.5 moles of oxygen at STP conditions. Any gas is there, that gas will occupy 22.4 liters, we know. So 1 mole of a gas is there, means 1 mole of a gas occupy 22.4 liters. Here in the given problem we have 2.5 moles is there, means the 2.5 moles will occupy, what is the x? X is equals to 2.5 into 22.4 liters. That will become exactly equals to 56 liters. This is the answer for this problem. Okay. This is our example 1. Next, example 2. Calculate the number of molecules present in 1 liter of methane at STP. What is STP condition? Yeah, again we know that 22.4 liters is one thing we know, that contains Avogadro number of molecules, that is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of methane molecules. And the given volume of the methane is 1 liter only. That time we don't know how many molecules are there. Find x. So what is x? X is equals to here. X is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 divided by 22.4, you can write. So after simplification, you will get an answer, that is 2.68 into 10 to the power of 22 is the answer for this one. Okay. Let us move to the next problem. Certain mass of a gas occupied 10 liters volume at 310 Kelvin and 1.5 atmosphere pressure. Calculate volume of calculate the number of moles of the gas and number of molecules of gas present in sample. So two things we have to calculate. We have to find number of moles, we have to find number of molecules. Before that, we know one formula. What is V naught? V naught is equals to PV by T into, what is the T naught value? We know that is 273 Kelvin. Okay, divided by P naught is 1 is the value. So using this we can substitute one thing, that is pressure given the problem is 1.5, volume given in the problem is 10 liters and it is 273 Kelvin, by temperature given the problem is 310. Start doing the calculation for it. To do the calculation for it, how much will come, we'll check it off using a calculator. So that is 1.5 into 10 into 273 divided by 310. I got exactly 13.2096. So 13.2096 liters is the volume of the gas in the problem. So when you want to find the number of moles, volume given in the problem is 13.2096 by what you write 22.4 liters. Then exactly you can easily get the answer of number of moles. So I am going to tell the answer, that is 0.589 moles. I got 0.589 is the number of moles. So we got number of moles of the gas. When you want to find the number of molecules, the number of molecules can be easily multiplied with the number of moles. 589 into Avogadro number, that is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. After simplification, I got 3.55 into 10 to the power of 23 is the molecules for this problem. So this is our third example. Let us move to the next example. Relation between charge on ions and number of moles. The charge carried by an electron is 1.60 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. This is the standard value. And if you multiply the charge with Avogadro number, you will get the charge carried by the 1 mole of the electrons, which is Faraday, called as Faraday, which is 96,500 coulombs. So this is one of the concept. Using this concept, many questions they will ask. Okay, let us see a problem on this one. Find the charge on 18 grams of aluminum plus 3 ion in coulombs. First of all, what is aluminum formula? Aluminum formula is Al and its atomic mass is 27 grams. 27 grams, and this 27 grams is nothing but 1 mole. And that 1 mole is said to carry 3 Faradays. As you all know, this is 3 Faraday aluminum, 1 mole of aluminum, 3 Faradays. But coming to the point, 18 grams is what? 18 grams means how many moles? 18 by 27. So it will come 2 by 3 moles. So what is the 2 by 3 moles? 2 by 3 mole of aluminum exhibits how much charge? That is 2 by 3 into 1 mole occupy 3 Faraday. So it will occupy 2 Faraday only. So 2 Faraday means you can multiply 2 Faraday 2 into 96,500. Then you will get 1,93,000 coulombs. This is the answer for this problem. Moving on to our example number 5, find the total charge on 0.2 moles of phosphate ions. 0.2 moles of phosphate ion means what is phosphate ion formula? PO4 2 minus. 3 minus phosphate. So this phosphate ion usually having 3 Faradays for 1 mole. But how many Faradays is the charge which is carried by 0.2 moles? That we don't know. So if you find the x value, x is nothing but 0.6 Faradays. So you want to find the coulombs value, then 6 into 96,000, 0.6 into 96,500, you will get 57,900 coulombs as the answer for this problem. So charge carried by 0.2 moles of phosphate ions is 57,900 coulombs. Let us see the next example. Total charge on 1.04 grams of chromium ions is 5790 coulombs. So we don't know what is the charge on chromium ions. Assume this is X. So assume some X is the charge on chromium ions. So chromium ion charge is X plus. We don't know that. Then what is the X value you have to find? This is the X value you have to find charge on the chromium ion. But one thing we know that chromium is 52 is its atomic mass. The 52 atomic mass of chromium is containing X into Avogadro number. X into Faraday number, that is 96,500 coulombs it will produce. But in the problem they are given 1.04 grams of chromium, means that 1.04 grams of chromium exhibits how many coulombs? That also given as 5790 coulombs. If you find the value for this one x of our multiplication, x is equals to 52 into 5790 divided by 1.04 into 96,500. So upon simplification, you got answer is 3. So this is the value which tells us the information about the charge on the chromium. So chromium charge is how much? That is 3. In this given problem, chromium charge is 3. That is the next problem. An atom of an element X weighs 1.5 10 to the power of minus 23 grams. So what is the one atom mass? One atom mass is how much? 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 23 grams. But one thing we know before going forward, Avogadro number of atoms is nothing but 0.6.0 22 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms are there. Suppose that is actually atomic mass. We don't know that one. That is X. Assume X is the atomic mass of that substance. Atomic mass of that element. So how many grams is the atomic mass? We are assuming x grams is the atomic mass of that element which contains Avogadro number of atoms. But one atom is there. The one atom mass is how many grams they are given in the problem? That is nothing but 1.5 10 to the power of minus 23 grams. Okay. So if you cross multiply and find what is x. What is x? X is equals to 1.5 into 10 to the power of minus 23 into Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. 10 to the power plus 23 minus 23 get cancels. You will get answer 9.033 grams. So what is 9.033 grams? It is the atomic mass of the element. Now let us see what is exactly they asked in the problem. Exactly they asked one thing, that is calculate the number of atoms present in 100 grams of the sample also. Suppose 100 grams of sample, how many atoms? Assume 100 grams of the sample is there. The sample contains how many atoms? Suppose Y atoms are there. Assume. But we know that 1 mole is 9.033 grams. That contains Avogadro number of atoms. That is 9.033 grams is atomic mass. That many grams of this element contains Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms will be there. So now what is Y? Y is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 25 divided by 9.033. 9.033. So after simplification, I got the answer 6.6667 into 10 to the power of 24 for this problem. So this is the answer for this problem. Let us move on to the next one. We have next question, that is 300 milligrams of carbon dioxide is given to us, and from this they have removed 10 power 20 molecules. Then number of moles of carbon dioxide which is left in the sample is how much? What is exactly 300 milligrams of this CO2? You can convert that one into grams, that is 0.3 grams of CO2. This is the 0.3 grams of CO2. So this contains actually how many molecules? Suppose X molecules are there, assume. But carbon dioxide molecular mass, that is Avogadro number of molecules are there in that. That is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Okay. Then what is exactly its X value? X is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 into 44 divided by 0.3. So after simplification, what I got is, I got 0.041 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. I can also write this one as 41. I can write this one as 41 into 10 to the power of 20 molecules. What they have told is nothing but 10 power 20 molecules removed from it. So how many molecules removed from it? 1 into 10 power 20 molecules is removed from it. So if you remove this is, you will get 40 into 10 power 20 molecules. 40 into 10 power 20 molecules. Now let us see what is the actual number of moles. How to find the number of moles? Number of moles is equals to number of molecules what we obtained divided by Avogadro number. Avogadro number is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. So after simplification, I got 0.0066 is the number of moles of it one. So this is the part I have calculated from it. So hope you understand. It's a very good problem for the examinations. Let us move to the next one. Example 9. Equal masses of hydrogen and carbon dioxide and ethane are taken. So here we have hydrogen is taken, carbon dioxide is taken, ethane. You know what is ethane formula? Ethane is nothing but C2H6. So ethane is atomic mass is molecular mass is 2, carbon dioxide molecular mass is 44, ethane molecular mass is 30. So when you want to find the number of moles of this ethane, when the equal masses are x by 2, masses are equal means I am saying everything is x, hydrogen is x grams, carbon dioxide is x grams, ethane is x grams. So I am finding N2, that is number of moles of carbon dioxide, that is x by 44. I want to find the number of moles of ethane. I am saying it is N3, that is equals to x by 30. So they asked what is the ratio of their moles. That means N1 is to N2 is to N3. That is equals to how much? That means all x will get cancelled. That is 1 by 2 is to 1 by 44 is to 1 by 33. If you still simplify it is it will be 1 is to if you cancel it, it will be 1 by 22 is to 1 by 15. So 22 into 15 will become 330. Then the simplest ratio of the problem is 330 is to 15 is to 22. This is the answer for this problem. So hope you understand the ratio of their moles. Okay, let us go to the next one. The atomic masses of two elements A and B are 20 and 40. So there are two elements given A and B. Atomic mass of A is 20. Atomic mass of B is 40. So they are given mass of A is x grams, mass of B is 4x grams. So x by 20, 4x by 40 is x by 10. These are actually the number of moles of that elements. Okay. And telling x grams of A contains Y atoms. So that means how to find the number of atoms? To find the number of atoms, we can tell one thing, that number of atoms can be obtained by the number of moles into Avogadro number. So this is the Y. Y is nothing but atoms of A. And they are asking us to find what is the number of atoms present in 4x grams of B. So if you say this is something XY Z, Z is the number of atoms of B I am assuming, then it will become X by 10 into Avogadro number is Z. So its value in terms of Y if you express, then the answer will be completed. So before that, I can tell one thing, after this calculation, x into Na is there in this both the things. So I am finding x into Na from the first formula. X into Na is equals to y into 20 came. Y into 20 came. So I can write x into Na as y into 20 divided by 10. So if the 2 get cancelled, it will be 2y. So z value is 2y. That means what is the number of atoms present in 4x grams of B? That is 2y is the atoms of B. Okay. This is the question number 10 which is solved. Now, a gas mixture contains 20 grams of oxygen. So you know oxygen is 20%. 20% of oxygen means 20% into its molecular mass is 32. So you will get it is 6.4 grams. Similarly, nitrogen if you take, that is 60% of nitrogen. Nitrogen molecular mass is 28. If you multiply this one, you will get 16.8 grams. And telling 10% of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide 10% means carbon dioxide molecular mass is 44 into 10% is 0.1. It is 4.4 grams. Likewise, sulfur dioxide also they are given, that is 10% into molecular weight of sulfur dioxide is 64. So 10% of 64 is 6.4. If you add all these things, you will get 34 grams. This is the 34 grams per mole is the mixture of the gas. That mixture molecular mass. That is the answer for this problem. Let us see the next one. Calculate the number of moles of water in 25 grams of copper sulfate. So on seeing this one, copper sulfate, can tell one thing, that its molecular mass also close to 250. So I can write approximately 250 grams per mole. Exactly it is 249.5 is there. I am taking 250. Why? Because in the problem they are given 25 grams. So in 250 grams of this one, we have how many moles of water is there? 5 moles is there. When 250 grams of this copper sulfate 5 moles is there, means in 25 grams how many moles will be there? Definitely it is 0.5 moles only. Now let us see. Calculate the volume occupied with the water vapor at STP when the salt is heated to make it anhydrous. So this whatever 0.5 moles is there, that will only goes when copper sulfate pentahydrate is subjected to heating. Then copper sulfate will become anhydrous with the removal of the water vapor. So this water vapor is 0.5 moles. So 0.5 moles into at STP, you know every gas occupies 22.4 liters. So this 22.4 into 0.5 will become 11.4 liters. This is the actual volume which is occupied by the water vapor at STP when the salt is heated to make it anhydrous. So this is the answer for this problem. Okay. Hope you understand this calculation. These are the calculations we have discussed in our present class, and we started with this lecture with all these informations, molar mass and number of moles calculation. Thank you very much for this session. We will meet in the next session, lecture number 6.